The garden of Jetavana lay quiet, bathed in the soft hues of dawn. I approached the Buddha, my heart heavy. Silence greeted me as the morning breeze carried the rustling leaves. The disciples were gathered, eager for his wisdom. The Buddha's presence radiated calm, a beacon of peace in turbulent thoughts. Without speaking, he raised a lotus flower, its petals delicate and luminous. The disciples murmured, questioning its meaning and significance. But the Buddha spoke no words, his gaze serene and unwavering. Slowly, I began to understand the unspoken lesson before us. In silence, a profound truth emerged beyond verbal expression. Does the leaf chase the wind, or does the wind carry it where it does not choose to go? The merchant frowned, his brows furrowed with the effort of thought, and remained silent. The Buddha continued, as the wind rules the leaf, so does desire rule the restless mind of the seeker. Truth cannot be confined to words, he began, each phrase carrying deep resonance. Words are but shadows of the reality they attempt to portray. His disciples hung on his every word, their hearts awakening to his insight. The Buddha continued, his tone gentle yet commanding. Wisdom resides in silence, where understanding flourishes without the need for speech. As the sun climbed higher, its rays danced across the lotus in his hand. What Mahakasyapa has seen, beyond the surface of this flower, is truth itself, he added. Silent wisdom blooms where speech cannot tread. The disciples nodded, feeling the weight of his teaching settling deep within. I considered the moments leading to this gathering, my struggles with clarity and understanding. In silence, the answer emerged, clear and unrestrained by spoken language. The Buddha gestured toward the garden, his movements deliberate and serene. Look around, observe the world without speaking. See beyond its surface to the truths within. The gentle rustling of leaves, the chirping of unseen birds, filled the silence. Nature speaks without words, and its wisdom resounds for those who listen, he said. Let silence guide you as it guides the rivers, flowing with purpose and grace. I realized then that silence is not emptiness. It holds the potential for infinite understanding. The Buddha laid the lotus at the feet of his disciples, a symbol of unspoken knowledge. Each of us gazed at the flower, pondering its significance in stillness and serenity. As the day unfolded, the lesson took root within us, our hearts transformed by silent truth. To speak less and say more, embody silence, and let your presence resonate with truth, he concluded. I left the garden of Jetavana filled with newfound clarity and purpose, embracing silence as a teacher. Through the Buddha's voice and his stillness, I learned to listen beyond the noise of the world. Silence became a sanctuary, where truth awaited those willing to hear without words. His disciples dispersed, their hearts and minds imbued with the Buddha's silent lesson. Walking through the forest, I noticed the harmony of nature revealed in its quiet simplicity. The Buddha's presence lingered like a gentle breeze, guiding me toward inner peace and wisdom. In each step I took, the beauty of silence unfolded, teaching me more than words ever could. That day, I understood the boundless depth of truth found within silence itself. The Buddha nodded, his expression radiating infinite patience. Now disturb the water with your hand, and tell me what you see then. A farmer approached, his steps heavy with worry and frustration. He bowed before the Buddha, tears welling in his eyes. Master, the farmer said, my reputation is ruined by false words spoken by another. The Buddha listened patiently, his silence a balm to the man's turmoil. He gestured toward a pond nearby, its surface calm and reflective. Fetch a handful of water from the pond, the Buddha instructed, his voice steady yet kind. The farmer obeyed, cupping his hands and scooping water gently. Returning, he presented the water to the Buddha with trembling hands. Pour the water back into the pond and retrieve the same drops, the Buddha directed. The farmer hesitated, a puzzled look crossing his face before he complied. Watching intently, the Buddha observed the ripples as the water dispersed. "Master," the farmer said, "it is impossible to gather the same drops again. They have mixed with the pond." The Buddha nodded, his expression serene and filled with understanding. "So it is with words," he said, each sentence measured and deliberate. Once spoken, words cannot be retrieved, yet their impact remains. The disciples leaned forward, absorbing the profound meaning of his teaching. Words ripple through the hearts of others, creating waves of harm or healing, the Buddha explained. "Speak with care, for your voice carries power beyond measure." The farmer bowed again, clarity settling into his mind, his burden lighter. "Master, how can one ensure their words do not bring harm?" he asked earnestly. The Buddha gestured toward the forest, where the birds chirped amidst the trees. "Observe nature," he said, "where actions are purposeful and harmonious without excess noise." His hand traced the air, as if painting wisdom into the breeze. "Choose your words as a bird chooses its flight, intentional and free from recklessness," he said. The disciples exchanged glances, recognizing the simplicity and depth of the Buddha's lesson. In mindfulness, you will find the strength to weigh your words before releasing them, the Buddha added. Words born of anger or haste sow pain, but those of compassion sow healing. The disciples bowed as he passed among them, his presence a beacon of quiet in the noisy tempest of their thoughts. The ruler, now far from the monastery, paused by a grove of trees, the lotus flower resting in his open hands. Stillness holds the greatest truths. The pond shimmered under the sun, reflecting the lesson imparted to the disciples. Let your words be as gentle as this water, calming and nurturing to those it touches, he concluded. The farmer departed, his spirit lifted, his resolve strengthened to speak with care. The disciples remained, their thoughts attuned to the Buddha's teachings. Reflecting deeply, as the day waned, the forest echoed with the stillness the Buddha had inspired. That evening, I pondered the weight of my own words and the lives they had touched. The Buddha's voice resonated like the ripples in the pond, spreading wisdom through silence and speech. I understood then that speaking mindfully is a gift to oneself and to the world. Another day, the Buddha and his disciples journeyed through a tranquil forest, its paths shrouded in dappled sunlight. The rustling of leaves and gentle hum of nature enveloped us, a melody of stillness and life. Merchants' voices soon broke the serene spell as we approached a bustling marketplace. Their shouts rang out, colliding in chaotic waves, drowning the quietude of the birdsong. The Buddha paused, motioning for us to sit by the edge of the forest. He observed the cacophony, his expression composed, yet discerning. Consider this marketplace, he began, his voice deliberate yet soothing. Words abound, but their resonance is lost amidst clamor and haste. The disciples listened, their attention fixed upon his calm wisdom. The bird's song, pure and harmonious, remains unheard in the noise, the Buddha continued. Seek to embody their stillness and clarity. His gaze shifted to the trees, where the breeze stirred leaves with graceful rhythm. The leaves dance without struggle. Guided by the gentleness of the wind, he said, let your words flow as softly. The marketplace behind us remained lively, its loudness contrasting with the Buddha's words. In stillness, we find clarity, a truth unclouded by excess, he said. Speak less, say more, and let meaning blossom. His disciples pondered the lesson, reflecting on moments where their words carried weight or wandered into meaningless chatter. The Buddha gestured toward the forest where the sunlight filtered through intertwining branches. Here, observe the interplay of light and shadow, he said. Neither overwhelms, yet together, they reveal the beauty of balance. A merchant approached, intrigued by the gathered disciples and the Buddha's presence. Master, I seek your guidance, the merchant said, bowing respectfully. How do I command attention amidst noise and competition? The Buddha turned toward him, his eyes serene and filled with wisdom. Attention is not commanded by noise. It is earned through the resonance of genuine purpose, he replied. He pointed to the trees where the wind swayed a single branch, drawing the eye effortlessly. Purpose shines brighter than volume. Much like the solitary branch swaying amidst stillness, he explained. The merchant nodded, enlightenment dawning upon his features. Speak with intention. Like the branch moved by the breeze, the Buddha said. Your words will resonate where they are needed. His disciples exchanged thoughtful glances, recognizing the depth of his insight. To speak mindfully is to weave meaning into the fabric of stillness, he added. Stillness is the wellspring of truth. The marketplace noise seemed distant, muted by the weight of the Buddha's teachings. The merchant bowed once more, gratitude evident in his expression. Before returning to his stall, I felt the Buddha's wisdom settle deeply, understanding the harmony between silence and meaningful speech. Let the resonance of stillness guide your voice. Like ripples on the pond that expand gently outward, the Buddha said. As the day waned, we continued through the forest, the lesson imprinted in our minds and hearts. I observed the stillness surrounding us, a quiet symphony of harmony and simplicity. The Buddha's presence remained, an echo of clarity leading us toward mindfulness in every step. Through his teachings, I found the beauty of speaking with care, allowing silence to enrich each word. Kema nodded, her understanding growing as Buddha's teachings carried her thoughts beyond the edges of fear into calm acceptance. Master, I asked, does silence ever fade? Can its truth be forgotten, overtaken by noise, losing the power it carries within? Buddha shook his head gently. Silence does not fade. It may be veiled by noise, but it waits patiently to be rediscovered. Thank you for watching. Buddha's teachings are always with you. Subscribe to our channel and we will see you in the next video.